How are you?
Nervous. This
are you?
Easy.
It's a big room. This is Shane Dawson's every day. He walks out of his house, and this many people are gathered around. I gotta tell you a story. So the other day, YouTube gave me this jacket years ago. The other day I'm wearing my YouTube jacket, and I'm at this restaurant that I like. And my waiter says, "Do you work for YouTube?" Which you get a lot. And I say, you know, in a roundabout way. And he said, "Do you ever watch YouTube?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You ever seen SxePhil?" And I said, yeah, I actually kind of know him. And he said, "Oh my God, he's the best." I said, "Yeah, he's great." And he said, "You ever gonna meet him?" And I was like, "Yeah, actually I'm gonna meet him in July." And he said, "Say hi to him for me." So, hi. I'll pass that along. I don't know that there aren't many people who've been doing this as a job longer than you have.
Sure thing. Wait. Charles Trippy.
Yeah,
Charles Trippy. Charles and Alan.
You and Charles and Alan have been at this a long time.
Too long, yeah, we're ancient.
I'm wondering how, and whether you think over the years your relationship with the DeFranco Nation and your community has changed and evolved. What it felt like in 2006 versus what it feels like now.
I guess now it feels, I want to say, more real. I mean, more than ever, people come out and they see you, they say, "I love you," or most of the time it's like, my audience is 85% dudes my age, so it's just like, "Yeah, you." Or like that gentleman, he's like, "Ah, you." But I love it. It's surreal, yeah.
Do you still feel, even though it's huge, do you still feel that there's a kind of intimacy to the kind of hardcore fandom, or?
Yeah, well, I think the whole point of the DeFranco Nation, or I try and think of it as like the common sense nation, is just people with opinions, right? Talking. And I mean, it's been good for me in the sense of people like, "Yeah, I agree," but it also means I alienate everyone with every opinion I have. But so it's kind of like, I'm your friend that's way too opinionated, and I'm a dick sometimes. And you kind of. But you don't mind it when people disagree with you. I mean, part of what has been so successful about your show, in my opinion, is that you are okay with people disagreeing with you, and you're respectful of them. I mean, you can attack them, but there's a certain charm about the way that you dismantle a douchebag. I understand the anatomy of a douchebag because I am one. And he's not a tear up. No, I mean, if I thought I was right about everything, I would be that level of a douchebag that I hope I never become. And there were words in my head and I just forgot them. You looked into my handsome face. It happens all the time. So okay, I'm interested too in, and I'm gonna thought, we're both so old, man, for this conference. Ancient, yeah. You know, and also we've both been making videos a long time, so I'm fascinated by our oldness. But you started when you're not legitimately old like I am, fatherhood, so. Okay. Yeah, you did. But over that time, how do you think the online video itself has changed? I mean, aside from obviously the quality getting better, like how do you think your work has changed, is changing, and is going to keep changing? And how do you think like video and online video as kind of a community model is changing? Ooh, okay. Those are big questions, sorry. Yeah, I'm like, oh, where do I start? I'm going to get funny in a second. I'm like, well, this is how it works. Now, in 2006, when I started, it was this, I want to say this revolution, and everyone still says it is, but it was a different feeling. It was kind of what I feel here, where I get to meet all these people that I connected with, and it was that, wow, YouTube is this way to meet people that are like-minded or not. And I guess over the years, it's become more of a business, and you always, it's really a struggle, especially for a lot of the new guys coming in. You look at it straight as a business, but you can, you have to, but you have to not do it. It's really balance. Yeah, it's all about balance, really. Just the business end, but have fun with it. Like, I love the fact that there are underage children in here and I can say fuck. And
should be technically paying him.
No?
But he did.
Am I gonna get arrested?
Yeah, there's actually a burly guy, he's running up. You can't see him because of the light in the face.
No, it's...
No, but you're right. I mean, there is something about, it's still freewheeling, you know? And there's something, I think, a lot of fun still there. But it is different. Mm-hmm. It's a different fun when it's also a business.
Yeah, you just have to try to not become the robot that it kind of pushes you to.
Right, because like, the idea of business is always to move you toward efficiency and productivity, and that's not really where creativity lies a lot of times.
Yeah, and over the 5 years, the people that watch me are like, why is your schedule so flaky? It's because YouTubers burn out all the time, and so I've burnt out like several times.
Yeah.
And it's about balance, and you slowly learn where you die.
I wanted to ask about burning out, actually. A moment like when I burn out, I try to do it very, very privately, but you've done it very publicly over the years.
Yes.
What keeps bringing you back, man?
Keeps bringing me back.
Other than the poor economy and the few job opportunities.
I'm not able to do any other job. I don't think I don't know how to say. No, I don't know. I think it's that weird thing in the back of every YouTuber's mind that if they stop getting views and people stop seeing them, that they just disappear.
Right, yeah.
Right? And then they just show up in like these YouTube things. And they're like, oh my god, it's that guy Phil.
You become like Salinger.
What? Who?
That was gold. That was gold. I hope somebody was a cool one when I say, of course somebody was cool.
No. They confiscated everyone's gas. Those are just red lights.
Alright, so now, I, like Cassim G interviewing a porn star, got on Twitter earlier, and I solicited Twitter questions for you.
Okay.
They're, and I was gonna read some of them. Kaylee Jane, and that's her stuttering, not mine, says, where does @PhillyD see himself in a year?
Oh man, we answer that question every interview. In a year?
Sorry, Kaylee Jane.
I refuse to answer that question.
In a year, that was an unusually short span of time, because they always say, where do you see yourself in 5 years? That's a way of telling YouTubers that your business is going to die. Yes. Because no one, like, old media companies are always like, where do you see yourself in 5 years? Because they assume that thought will terrify you.
In a year, honestly, kind of doing the same thing, just doing it to a larger extent. I said it, well, at the thing last night, but none of you guys were there. That a lot of what I'm doing now is finding the small YouTuber that is really talented, because over the past 3 months, really high quality content has hit YouTube. And a lot of that came from